Hello everyone, it's Brian, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas You Only Live Once Hardcore Edition, the game where we never, ever heal. Now, we have taken Boone back to Bitter Springs, and we are ready to get his final showdown with his early or bad memories underway. We currently stand at 349 of 420 hit points. And apparently, he says they put the graveyard right here, so he may have something to say about that.
What is it?
He does not. So we proceed into Bitter Springs. I think we have to actually go up here before we activate that part on the Coyote Ridge. Here's the Bitter Springs camp.
This is the place.
Go.
We got sent from Camp Golf looking for some cons who've been making trouble with one of our settlements. I guess one of the settlers was connected because we sent everything we had. There's a ridge called Coyote.
Yeah, that's the one we found. Okay, so that's good. Now we're gonna have when we do this, when we stay overnight with Boone, then for some reason it's going to be magically right when the Legion attacks. Legion attacks Bitter Springs. We're going to get to help them. We're going to use our big rifle to help them. But because we're naughty, we're also going to use mines. We're going to use, I think, mines and sniper rifles go well, even though Boone doesn't mention mines very often. So this is one of the ways that the bad Legion guys are going to come, and we are going to go down there and get far enough away from this camp. I think it's about down here somewhere that they spawn from. They kind of come up from the old campground down here that we were at a minute ago. I've got a few mines.
I'll watch my step.
You watch your step. I like how he has a little comment. Put mines down. Alright, so anybody spawns in here is going to be all surprised. Little ways here. I don't think any good guys go there. Alright, and it occurs to me that one other thing we probably want to do is there's a quest giver up here in Bitter Springs, and if we do some of her quests, there'll be more NCR guys here in the camp, and that is probably a good idea. Because when Legion all comes running in, she's just standing right out here.
Never expected someone as
Alright, Captain, I don't know, Gills?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what her name is. Alright, so she needs a whole bunch of different kinds of help, and here's a guy we can help right away.
Wow, hey, it's you.
Who somehow recognizes us as the great hero of the NCR.
Hey, if you...
Alright, and he wants some medical tax. And look, I'm carrying them. Those are the ones we bought from the Crimson Caravan. That's excellent. So now we need to send troops from all the other main NCR places up to Bitter Springs. And the first place we're going to go is down here to Camp Golf, but not without a little stop at Lake Las Vegas for a convenient no radiation drink. Okay, and disguised Frumentarius. Well, that's unusual. I'm not sure what that's part of, but clearly the Frumentarii are Legion-ish guys, so Caesar must have been spying on him. I don't know why he's dead. Anyway, here's Sergeant McGrady. Or McReady. McReady. And he wants his guys to be ready. So we're going to go make them ready. We're going to whip them into shape. Now, I believe... Let's see. So, yes, Flags of our Foul-Ups. So this is not a very hard quest. All we have to do is find...
Y'all sure are
it's even the right guy. It's O'Hanrahan. And he thinks that everybody should just get along and be nice to each other, and then the squad of misfits would...
I'm assuming you aren't associated...
...would be in better shape. And... his is the easiest of the little sub-quests to do, because all you have to do is a bunch of speech checks and say, yeah, you guys be nice to each other. Each individual member of the squad has their own idea of a way that you could
Here comes the...
make things better, and so you can do any of them, and it is your choice, but the easiest way is to tell everybody that they should just all get along.
Wow. The big...
Speech check. And now we just go back and tell O'Hanrahan that we all got along.
Y'all sure are big old here.
And now we can go talk to Sergeant McReady again. I think my reputation with the NCR is high enough, or that I could just...
Well, their test scores are only marginal.
I could just get him to send the reinforcements without even doing the quest, but I like doing the little quests. So that was Camp Golf. We'll be back at Camp Golf later after we've done the code-changing things, but off to Camp Forlorn Hope. Now here I do not propose to go do... I already went down there into Nelson, and I don't propose to go do that quest and burn another stealth boy. Should have done that earlier, but we're not going to do it now. We're just going to use our NCR reputation to say thank you for sending troops to where we want them to. And finally, another important base is Camp McCarran. At Camp McCarran, we of course have already done most of the good... Oh, shooting! They're shooting! I decided to just keep running there. Worked out. I think they were all just fighting each other. Forgot that when you go... I am not exactly used to fast traveling anymore. It's been many characters ago. Because all my Permadeath characters couldn't... I didn't fast travel at all. Yeah, I gotta get used to that whole remembering which places you can spawn without being getting dry gulched. Don't want to get dry gulched. Alright, so back to what we were doing a minute ago before the gunfire. As we were going to talk to Colonel Shue, or General Shue, or Colonel Shue.
Anders showed up here not too long ago.
And
can't tell you how relieved
he is. And, oh, right, we have to tell him about the...
Regardless, what you did
other
for Anders...
guy. Yes, because we got sent Anders back, and oh, and here's Motor Runner's hat. And they're just happy with us and give us some stuff.
Well...
And so that is pretty good. Alright, so back out we go into the base, but we don't have to walk across the base because we can just teleport. So now it's back to Bitter Springs. So before I go to that little quest dot, I need to tell the nice lady how we helped her out. If I can find the nice lady. Where is the nice lady?
You're
Thank
back.
you.
Any
Oh. Okay, so I have sent the reinforcements, but I haven't finished her quest. Well, we'll do her quest later. Because right now we are on the Boone thing, and her quest involves going into some scary caves that if I do bleed me dry, then that'll be when we go into some of those scary caves. Come on, Boone. Get around this rock. You may be a good sniper, not very good pathfinder. So we got to get him up here on this hill.
Canyon 37.
Canyon 37.
Khan's only
Where it all
escape, so we
happened.
set up here to guard it while the main...
And he had to
Standing orders
shoot
were to
the
shoot on
innocent
sight.
people because the orders
Main
said
force got
to,
spotted
so
too
he did
soon.
his orders.
Weird
It's
shooting.
sad. And he got psychologically
Khan started coming
traumatized.
through Canyon 37 in bunches. It was all wrong.
And then we
though.
talked about it and
Women,
thought about it a
kids,
lot.
Elderly, wounded started coming
Yep.
through too. He
Shoot
radioed to
those,
confirm
shoot
our
the
orders, but
wounded.
Command didn't get what
He
we were
shot the
seeing.
elderly.
They told
He's
us
got-
to shoot till we were out of ammo, so
got a
that's
lot
what
of-
we did.
He's got stuff on his conscience.
Yeah, well. I'd
So
like to
here we
stay with
are.
him.
Wants to stay the night and get right with his memories. We're gonna stay the night. Stay the night with Boone. Alright, and then strangely it seems something's wrong. Oh, gotta talk to Boone. Which means Boone has to get off the hill. It's not very good about ironically pathfinding at his own personal quest main area.
Something's wrong.
That's
If you want
I'm
out,
not sure
I
I'd
don't
call
blame you,
that
but I'm gonna...
ironic as much as unsurprising for a video game. Yeah. Alright. So now we're going to have to go repel the raid because the Legion have coincidentally come right when we spent the night with Boone to get him right with his conscience. So maybe, do you think he'll get right with his conscience now? Do you think I'll remember to put my power armor on? Because I'm in caution. So, I think one thing we might hear is... might have heard some mine explosions. Somebody down there coming in from that other direction into the camp.
I'll sit.
Yeah, you sit down here, Boone. You can be in charge of... I want him to be able to see any legions that come. Oh, there's quest arrows. That's useful. Shows where they are. I was hoping to get bats, but that didn't work. They're down there somewhere. Oh, I see him. There's one. Look. Can't get VATS, though. Don't want to shoot those guys. Where are ya? We gotten all back in the camp there. Make sure I don't shoot a NCR. Oh, there they all go. Might be engaged with some of the NCR reinforcements. There we go, Legion target. One of the virtues or the values for being a sniper is being patient. So we're going to be a little bit patient here because they're not coming up into the camp, and it's probably, they're probably shooting at some guy and he's probably behind some cover and they can't shoot him, but they think they can shoot him. And that's fine. All the refugees are happily running around up here. Oh, there's a guy. There's a guy right there. Bad guy. Come on. Oh, come back out. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was good. Finally seeing these guys. I'm not sure I'm hitting him. It's irritating. Okay, how about him? There we go. That's an actual hit. The torso, prime torso cripple. Do it again. Let's do it again. Oh. Oh! In the bottom. Shot him in the bottom. There is... Get That's the guy I can't get. Somebody's really keeping him occupied down there. There's somebody like up on that hill that must be. It's like he's. There we go. I think there must be like an NCR guy standing inside that hill up there, and they're shooting at him, but they can't hit him. So I think we're being the beneficiary. You see right up above my crosshairs, there's somebody standing up inside the terrain, in high geometry. And they must not be able to hit him. So too bad. Too bad for them. They got bugged. Sometimes we get bugged. Now they got bugged. But now, for some reason, they are coming out where I can get a shot at them. That guy took one in the head. In the head. So this was both easier and weirder than I expected it to be. Easier and weirder. Okay. Well, that might have been the last one of those guys. I always want to go visit my little hero up on that hill there, but we got business to attend to. Okay. Let's see if that.
I've got your back. What is it?
Okay, done with that, I think. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. Those are where the next guys are coming from, but they're not coming yet. And you,
Fine by me.
I believe I gave you about 1 billion mines a minute ago. And so what we're going to do as the refugees trickle back into camp is we're going to go down here, well away from the refugees, and we are going to mine the crud out of this way, because they are going to try to flank us. They're going to try to come from both ways. And for some reason, you know, they don't. I would have had to mine this earlier, but those guys don't start until you get closer. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if it was more supposed to be a surprise that when you thought you'd driven the raid off, that turned out you hadn't driven the raid off. But anyway, there's going to be another round of guys that come up that same way as before, and then there's going to be a round of guys that come around this way. And that second round of guys, I predict, is going to be very... well, they're going to be limping. They're going to be limping when they come in, because they're going to have a lot of body parts crippled. I think this little last area, I'm going to put a satchel charge or so too, just put one here. A little bit worried a refugee might come, but we'll just put one there. Alright, so that'll give some big bang. Satchel charges do a lot more damage. But I find that even just the plain frag mines do a lot of crippling damage, and that's actually, you get a lot of useful stuff. So even if you don't kill the guy with your mines, you slow him down, you make him not be able to see, you know, all the different body parts you can make not work as well. you can do that even if you can't just kill them off. See if we can get some mines here before they activate.
I'll watch my step.
Just don't want to get accidentally blown up by my own mines, hoisted by my own petard. That's a weird word. Petard. Captain Petard. That'd be a good name for a character, Captain Petard. I think a petard was like a barrel of gunpowder or something, you know, a bomb. It was a bomb, and so if you got hoisted by your own petard, you were getting blown up by your own bomb. Oh, they sent dogs. Dogs coming. Come dogs. Well, mines aren't quite as good for dogs, because they run so fast, they sometimes get past the mine before the mine blows up, and then they do blow the mine up. So that's the thing about dogs. And here come the guys we actually wanted to blow up the mines. Oh, and Caesar's Legion is not quite as happy with me anymore. That is the nature of this quest. So we are going to get extra not so liked by the Legion. We're a sneering punk. Going through some of the more unusual titles. Because your little title with them is based on... So it's not a tug of war between the good things you do and the bad things you do. It's... They keep a separate count of did you do enough good things and bad things, and there's like 4 ranks of each, and your title is come by comparing those. So of course you're usually either on the I've only done bad things, because once you've done enough to be vilified, then you can't do any more good things. They just hate you and always shoot you. Or you end up doing all good things, and then you're just idolized. So you don't get to see the weird little sneering punks and smiling something others and this is and that. And Wild Child is if you get 4 of each, if you've killed a bunch of them, but you get idolized, and then you do a lot of really bad things. So it's kind of actually a cool little thing that maybe isn't as fully realized as one might dream. Somehow we haven't gotten the clue that the next part of the attack is coming. It's like that second set of guys didn't activate. So I'm going to have to venture down into scary territory. Is there somebody stuck? Can I get you guys unstuck? Take this mine. Free ammo. Hunting rifle. Sure. Ooh, got a little red dot there for a second. Is it coming? Guy back there. Oh, there he comes. I don't know why he was stuck. Now,
All mine.
now I've stuck him. Boone's stuck him pretty good too. That's helpful. It's helpful to have somebody actually help you on their own companion quest. Oh, and here come the other guys. They're coming in from the back. I think I might have heard an explosion too. Oh, and some torsos crippled and hunger levels increase. See, they sent the dogs. I hate when they send the dogs in because then that blows up all the mines. But looks we're getting more than just. They don't have enough. They didn't have enough dogs. We got some. I saw some prime legionaries get crippled too, so that's okay. We are all about prime torsionary crippled legionaries. We are going to go way around the back here. We're going to extra let them do all the hard work. There's somewhere. I think I nominally have to keep them from killing all these refugees, but they don't seem very good at it. At least the fraction of them left after the satchel charge. See it like MCR guys just walking around as if nothing's going on. They're on patrol. It's gonna we're hidden, so it's gonna. Oh! I see a guy. There he is. There's a guy. Bad guy. He's engaged with that NCR guy. He's probably not shooting us even. Probably shot the tent there. Oh! He took one in the leg, as it turns out. A fatal shot to the leg. Merciful Thug. Merciful Thug. We are getting all the cool titles. If I could just go around as a Merciful Thug, that would be pretty cool. But they would send terrible people to kill me, even though I was merciful. They'd be more on the Thug. Anybody else? Somebody else. Feel like there's somebody else. It's also satchel charges. So I just don't want to be. I don't want to run into somebody else right when they. We got another stuck guy. Walk through. Nobody here. Walk through these body parts and dead dogs and stuff. That's good. That, another hunting rifle. Hunt with it. See some more people that had little accidents with mines. He's just gonna stand there, so he's gonna just. Oh, wow! He like was standing there right next to him, like he was bugged. Okay, fine. Oh,
We made it through after all.
and there we go. Oh, so now we get to have some kind of conversation.
I don't mean
with Boone
disrespect.
about
It's a hell of a thing, but I've
how
come to
great
believe
we
there are things
are,
nobody
and-
can stop. It would have made
So-
sense.
just gonna things just happen. I think
If that's how it is, I don't.
kind of a nihilistic way end it. So let's see. We
still-
can. I think at some point, yes, we made him more survival-y, so he gets some different armor. Except he didn't put it on because he liked ours so much, and we leveled
Fine
up
by
to
me.
level 24, so we can take our. Yes, there's his special survival armor, which apparently is not as good as the U.S. Army combat armor. All right, so science all the way. Well, let's just put it to 96, so we can get one more book. Energy weapons, keep it moving up into the high areas. Not gonna need any more medicine, but repair is good. And I think there are some more good abilities. Where's the one I want? Silent running. Okay, so now when we walk, it no longer affects our how fast we sneak. Let's put it that way. It's confusing because it says how fast do you sneak. You can now sneak as fast as you want to. So now I'm going to run around in this completely inappropriate outfit that I was wearing just because it had a little repair bonus when I was bolting together hunting rifles. And we're going to loot the rest of the bodies. I like, that's sort of a fun outfit. Festive. I think that's festive. Get the rest of our mines. It's funny, some of they don't spawn exactly where I think they do. And I think let's just get some. So now we're up here. While we're just up in this area, we can go through this strangely empty with all the bad guys that are around. I guess they didn't want the Legion quest thing to screw them up. But here's Ranger Station Bravo, and we got some more codes to change.
If you're here to sell...
And we will change them good and proper.
Hello.
This
brings
is the
you to
one
Ranger
that got all the extra ammo. Okay, so we can beg her for some ammo, but then we can go take a bunch of the extra ammo. And I don't really need to steal a bunch of extra ammo. It's one of these trucks. This one far back. Not that one, but this one. What I like back here is less about the ammo than about doing all of the lock picking that you can do back here. I'm just gonna pop off some lock picks. Didn't have any ammo that I particularly care much about. And I love Boone's.
Fine by me.
I love him having motor runner's helmet. That's pretty awesome. He's going to carry some of our heavy junk. We're really about done with him. Just going to have him carry. He can come back to town with us and carry some of our loot. Okay, we have a very important thing, because you might remember that we really made the Legion mad. Made them extra mad. And so, it is time to get on a reasonably attractive outfit and to go into the tops.
Hey, baby
Hey,
doll.
baby
Welcome
doll.
to the Top So
Baby doll. And we're gonna just get used to keeping our holdout weapons. The higher your stealth, I think, the better your ability to keep certain holdout weapons. Ours is pretty darn high. And back here is Benny himself. He shooting us right in the head.
Let's keep... Hello.
And so he's pretty surprised, but then we have the Black Widow talent, and we're saying, girls like bad boys. Don't you want me to handle your package? And so he thinks maybe so. He's not actually very smart, is he? So we are using our Black Widow power. Otherwise, we would have to go and do a quest and blah, 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 blah. Or we'd have to talk to Benny, this is and that. Now, up on this floor with Benny, there's a bunch of easy and doesn't bother anybody unlocked, so did those. And then we're going to get him in the bedroom, and apparently Boone is creepily still with us.
Benny's going to show you the tops. I hope you're
going to show you the tops. He's pretty... Okay, so we are going to see what's under that checked suit. And then, in the darkness...
You know how to swing.
We know how to swing.
Charlies, too. Give him a shake for the Ben man, will you?
I'll show you my Charlies. Got your Charlies right here.
That was a nice bit of hey-hey, girlie.
Yeah.
You're a real ring-a-ding broad.
Be just a bit of hey-hey coming up here.
I swear, you wore me out.
Alright, gonna hold him just so. And... Oops! We fling him against the ceiling, and then he comes back down. Okay, so there is Benny's suit. And when you get Benny's suit, then you get to use it for +5 barter and +5 speech. So then you don't need the dirty business wear or the other things. So now it doesn't take as much stuff. And on Benny himself, we get a couple of fun items, including Maria, the unique 9mm pistol. So that's all good. Free Salesman Weekly, which will probably come in very, very handy. And he has a little stash of money up here. And then back here, he's got a special friend. It's the Yes Man.
Hi there. Good to meet you.
And
what can I do?
He's a weird computer that's somehow independent of Mr. House, but you can call me he can't say no to anybody.
Benny always called me.
So Benny had him all reprogrammed to help him take over the Lucky 38, and so anyway, the Yes Man, he's one of the ways you can complete the main quest line and have a fully, truly independent Vegas under your own personal rule. And I've been thinking that that's actually the way I want to complete the game ultimately, because I have never completed the game this way. I've done the NCR way and the Mr. House way, but I've never done the Wild Cards way. So that's kind of a fun one, I think, and hopefully it won't be too extra impossibly hard.
Who needs their support? What I meant is,
so we got to go talk to tribes, and you know, it's the usual. All these quests have a certain amount of lining up all the other
Go ahead.
things, and they proceed in
exterminate
parallel.
it. It's whatever you want to do.
And we're going to work on
There's a
him,
bunch.
but we want
I think you
to
should-
do as
and
much
there
as
was-
we can for the NCR first. We are idolized with them, so we won't have too many problems. But once we go too far down the road with Yes Man, then the NCR won't work with us anymore. Let's see. He wants to know these things about the... We're going to worry about those things later. Okay. So, make sure we've picked up these quests. He's got a confusing pile of quests. Again, I'm not quite as familiar with his little thing, but okay, we'll come back and talk to him after we've, you know, made friends with all the tribes and all of that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, up at the top of the tops, as it were, is Tommy, and he's the guy that we could do a quest with if we had needed to get rid of Benny the other way. And so, yeah, we can just do a bunch of talks with him. But he's got a fun little quest for us. He's going to give us some business cards, and we're supposed to do some talent scouting for him. So I know some of the places that those guys are.
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are
And there
upon
it
you.
is.
He admires your
That's
accomplishments
the
and bestows
guy
upon
with
you the
the
exceptional
fox
gift
on his head
of his
earlier.
mark.
And he
Any
has now come in
crimes
his
you may have
business suit
perpetrated
to
against the Legion
forgive
are
us the
hereby
mark of
forgiven.
Caesar. So now we
Caesar
are
will not extend this
back
mercy
to
a
merely
second
accepted
time.
with
My lord
Caesar,
requires your
and
presence
that
at
means
his
we don't
camp
have
at
an
Fortification
overall
Hill.
negative rating with them, and that means they won't send assassination squads. So that
Seek
is
Caesar
the
by
important
way-
reason that we have come back to... Las Vegas, was to do those things. So now we are ready to activate Toilet, and we can actually get about the
Excuse me,
business
but-
of doing quests. Oh, well, here's this little quest. That's kind of funny. That's right. When you come out, I think the second time of here, she gives you this quest, and it's a pretty easy quest, because you just got to go back in here and say, but you don't even have to hack the terminal for whatever reason. You just go back in there, stick it in, and then not much else happens.
Hey, if you've been able to bug Mr.
And we bug it. And apparently there was supposed to be some other stuff where you were originally going to have, there's some cut content, or they didn't get the quest done, and so that's all that quest is. And so we're happy. Alright, so now we're going to be able to start doing some of these little side quests before we get down to the final parts of the main quest. Now, I think here, she's the one that wants Caleb McCaffrey's.
So, Benny's dead.
There we go. Get her all. So now we get a free room if we need it. Another place that we can sleep for well-restedness.
I hear Benny got force-fed a little.
Okay, well, he doesn't have anything else. So we'll sell some of our crud. Not that we don't
Another
have piles of
satisfac-
money. And let's go talk to
Great to
Julie
see you again.
Farkas. Now she... Let's see.
We're pretty...
Sell her some of our extra crud. Need to buy some doctor bags, actually.
How much?
Because I forgot I sold my doctor bags and forgot that I needed them for that quest in Bitter Springs. Okay, so we can improve our reputation with them.
Fine by me.
There's the stuff I want to sell.
Great to see you
I
again.
could sell Motorola's helmet, but I just love him running around in that.
Sure.
Okay, so she will give me a free thing now. And I'll donate the fixer. Yeah, give me a fixer, I'll donate the fixer, and we'll get on better terms with you. If we ever get to, like, really high level, then they'll help in the final quest. So now let's sell some hunting rifles. Look at that. That's a lot of good. That's a lot of good selling.
Fine by me.
I'm gonna take my armor back, Boone. I think your time with us, as
I want to thank...
fun as it has been, has come to an end. There's the... We should part ways.
If that's what you... I'll
Back
make
to the
my
Lucky
way there.
38 so we can watch you walk around in Motor Runner's helmet. Okay, so... the quest we're going to do... So we need to finish up the Ranger quest with all the little codes. That means we're going to have to go up to the far northwest, and then we can pick up whatever her name is, Lily. And we can also start to do the infamous Bleed Me Dry quest. So, we're going to just stock it up. This is where we're going to stop for today. Didn't take any more damage. And so we will get some good sleep and see you next time when you only live once.